Back for second quarter action here at Cadillac High School as you're watching Northern Michigan High School basketball here on Newsnet Sports and CCTV as the Western Warriors trail the Cadillac Vikings 14-5. I'm Derek Tate alongside Dan Gussert. And what did you see in that opening period there, Dan?
I saw what we thought, or what we kind of got inferred from Coach Benzenberg. Just not the same Viking team we saw against Petoskey in that battle of two unbeatens in the Big North Conference. Teams that are familiar with themselves, working hard, they know how to battle. Vikings are just a little bit flat. They're fortunate to be ahead. Hopefully this quarter they can get a few shots to fall.
Baker with a game high, 8 points in the opening quarter. Vikings trying to add to their lead. Evan Boer's shot won't go. Offensive board from Logan Wild, and he's fouled and will go to the line for the first time tonight.
That was a nice move off that pass. Dribbled into the elbow just inside of it. Didn't get the shot to fall, but Vikings clean up the rebounds and step to the line, and they struggled there.
Logan Wild, a senior who knocks down his first free throw. That's his first point of the game.
That shot looked solid right from the get-go. Good rotation.
We've seen Logan Wild, one of 7 multi-sport athletes on this Vikings roster, as Wild goes 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Vikings with a double-digit lead for the first time tonight. And going down low to Norfleet, who's off the mark. Rebound collected by Levi Klotz.
Genema with some great weak side help, able to alter that shot, and a great box out by Levi Klotz to corral the rebound. The Vikings come right back down and turn it over.
Second travel of the game for the Cadillac Vikings. But we mentioned we've seen the Vikings really crashing the glass, and the Warriors only have 1 player 6'3" or taller, while the Vikings have 7. And there's a turnover forced by Evan Boer, who collects the loose ball. Baker looked like he was unevaded to the basket, got tripped up by C.J. Trail.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing. They kind of just clipped feet. That's the foul you got to call right there.
As Baker looked like he had a clear lane to the basket. The Vikings do retain possession. They lead 15-5. Just over 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And that's Klotz with a catch and shoot. That one off the mark. Third offensive rebound from Tip Baker. And Baker's going to try his luck from 3. No good. Rebound snared by Trail.
Yeah, Tip's been all over the offensive glass on that three-point shot of his. Bay City did a much better job boxing out, as there wasn't a Viking within 4 or 5 feet of the basket able to get a rebound on that one.
Baker playing the passing lane. Tips it out of bounds. Western retains possession. And Western has really struggled to get open looks early on in this game. Had 5 turnovers in the first quarter. You got to credit that Vikings defense, which has made things difficult. There's a little 2-man game. Norfleet goes up, and that one sent into the stands by Cole Genema.
Pretty similar to what we saw in their last possession, with Genema coming from the weak side.
And the sophomore clearly understands rotation help on the backside. That was a beautiful find. The Vikings defense up to the challenge, 15-5, and a dangerous inbound pass that Lars Ridley tracks down. Trail, pass tip, Genema corrects the loose ball, and here goes Evan Boer all the way, and now he misses the open layup. Ridley with an advantage, 4-on-5.
Looked like Evan was going to go up and maybe slam that down, and kind of lost control on the way up.
As Trail and Genema both go to the floor, and that is going to, the possession goes with Western. Good hustle from Genema.
Once again, though, opportunity by the Vikings to add on to this lead goes by the wayside.
There's going to be a moving pick call on Wyatt Reinhardt, who just checked back into the game. 7th turnover now for Western.
I like the quickness of this Bay City's number 1 here, C.J. Trail. He's got some quick feet. He's got a great first step. think he can handle Tip a little bit, at least in the speed department. I don't know about in the physical department.
As CJ Trail is pressuring the ball every time it finds its way to Tip Baker. Klotz in the corner, drops it to Wild, who is now double teamed. And there's a steal from Jack Friesel. 3-on-2 opportunity. Friesel to the corner. 3 for Ridley. Yes, sir. Western cuts the lead down to 7. Second 3-ball from that exact same corner.
First points of the quarter for Bay City. Klotz answers right back.
Levi Klotz with a catch-and-shoot 3. He had 7 3-pointers, and that win versus Petoskey lead swells back to 10. Open look for Ridley. He knocks down 2 in a row, starting to heat up from downtown.
So Bay City adjusted a little bit on that screen and roll that they've been trying to run, knowing that Gentleman was going to slide from the backside. His defender stepped out to the 3-point line and buried it as Baker does it again on the offensive glass.
And that's 4 offensive rebounds for Tip Baker. He's got a game-high 10 points. Cadillac leads by 9. And Friesel, an unforced error, dribbles it off his shoe. 9th turnover of the game for the Warriors. We got a little up and down action there for a little bit.
A little more scoring for sure for the Bay City group this period, as they've already racked up 6 points in quarter number 2. Having only 5 at the end of that quarter, Derek. Back-to-back threes will do that quick.
Alex Barczewski checks into the game. There's a beautiful find from Tip Baker. Ball movement perfect from Cadillac. And here's an open look. Baker from straight away. That one off the front iron. 3 Vikings in the area. Wild collects the rebound. Vinson, here's a pull-up jumper, and that one off the mark. Another offensive board from Logan Wild. They are pounding Western on the glass. Vinson for 3. That one won't go. Barczewski with the offensive board.
That was a hustle play right there, as all offensive rebounds are, but he just outworked and out-hustled Briscoe there.
4th possession on this trip for the Vikings. And here's Vinson again from downtown. No good. Baker crashes the glass, but they're going to call an over-the-back foul.
I think on David Johns right there, right as Baker slipped in.
Looks like it's going to go on number 42, Barczewski.
Oh, you're right. It is on Barczewski there.
As Levi Klotz goes to the bench, in comes Austin Abram. Junior Austin Abram, his first action tonight. 9-point advantage for Cadillac. 3:19 remaining in the first half, and ball is on the floor. Possession arrow goes to Cadillac. Sloppy ball handling from the Warriors here in the first half.
You can see why they're off to a 1-6 start this season. They struggle offensively for sure. They don't have the talent that we see out of the Cadillac group, but Cadillac's letting them hang around, and that's a dangerous thing right here.
An open Austin Abram. That one off the mark. Norfleet corrals the rebound, and here come the Warriors. Ridley loses the handle. Good defense from Logan Wild, hustling back. They have pressured the ball no matter where the ball is on the floor. They're crashing the offensive glass. The Vikings absolutely all over Western here in the first half.
Yeah, you're looking at the lead right now of 9 points, and you're thinking, boy, it probably should be 20-25.
Gillis's jumper from the free throw line off the back iron. Abram corrals the rebound, and here come the Vikings. Dangerous pass back to Barczewski. And we've seen the Warriors challenging on the defensive end. Baker cut off. Now it's Wild driving into the lane, and Wild lays it up and in.
That was a nice strong move and a strong finish right there. Definitely needed at this point with 2 minutes to go and a few seconds. The Vikings doubling up Bay City Western.
largest lead of the game for Cadillac. They're up by 11 with 2 minutes remaining in the first half here at Cadillac High School. Gillis into the lane to Norfleet. Now finds a cutting Lance Wiltz, who lays it up and in. Lead back to single digits. A little indecisiveness from Austin Abram. And there's going to be a timeout taken from Ryan Benzenberg, the head coach of the Cadillac Vikings. They lead 22-13, 1:36 remaining in the second quarter. Got to go ahead and give some love to our production crew.
For sure. You got Hannah Crouch directing away in the truck. She just does a fantastic job getting all of the systems ready to go here tonight and throughout the broadcast. And those camera operators, they do all the tough stuff for sure. Maybe basketball season-wise, it's not so bad in the gym, but this group there in the hockey rink perhaps Friday night as we cover the Cadillac Vikings hockey team. They're out in the weather in the football stadium. You can't say enough about the work that Jeremiah Tuck, Spencer Olson, and Mr. Damian Brooks do for us.
Yeah, they make our job very easy. They do a fantastic job. Again, if you're interested in ever becoming part of the production crew over here at CCTV, please check us out at yournewsnet.com or mynews26.com, and we'll be happy to provide you with more information. 9-point advantage for Cadillac, trying to add to it before we get to the break.
Brady McLaurin in for the first time tonight. He wears number 14 for the Vikings.
I believe we've seen every member thus far of the Cadillac Vikings varsity roster.
Bay City's switched up a defense right here. There's a nice look inside. Just didn't finish was Barcheski.
Barcheski off the mark. Loose ball corralled by Wyatt Reinhardt as Western tries to cut into their 9-point deficit. Buckets have been tough to come by. 8 turnovers in the first half from the Warriors. O'Hare, beautiful find, and just can't finish his Reinhardt. It was Genema who was able to challenge that shot, and there was a blocking foul down on the other end against Wiltz, trying to cut off the path to the basket for Barcheski.
39 to go here. Looks like that's Evan Bohr stepping to the line right here.
Evan Bohr.
Norfleet's going to check back in with those 2 fouls.
First trip to the line for Evan Bohr. 1-and-1 opportunity for the Vikings. And they've had a rough night from the line thus far. They are 2 of 8. And there's a travel as Luke Gillis has been harassed every time he's brought the ball across midcourt. 9 turnovers for the Western Warriors.
Just as much as you look at the Vikings struggling on offense, you can certainly say that their defensive efforts have been really solid here in this first half, limiting Bay City to just 13 points. The Western Ball Club struggling for sure.
And Brady McLaurin, with just under 30 seconds left, will try to get the offense. One more good possession before we finish the first half. Klotz to Bohr. 17 on the game clock. McLaurin back to Bohr. Corner 3. That one off the mark. Skying for the rebound as Johns goes right back up. No good. Genema. Yes, sir. And that is just as the clock expires. Genema with his 6th point of the game. That gives Cadillac an 11-point lead as we head to halftime here at Cadillac High School. You're watching Northern Michigan High School basketball here on Newsnet Sports and CCTV as the Cadillac Vikings lead the Western Warriors 24-13. We'll be right back with our halftime show.